What's going on, guys? It's me, Jace, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching Bryan Bresee, the defensive tackle out of Clemson. He has elite strength. He's a freak athlete. He has a good knack flowing to the ball to knife through tackles and guards. He keeps his eyes in the backfield when rushing. And as you'll hear me talk about as we continue these defensive tackles, some defensive tackles don't keep their head up. And a lot of times they get lost, but Bresee keeps his head up. He's a very good rusher. As I said, he is an athlete. He rushes from anywhere on the line. He can do that because he's a physical specimen. You can line him up at any tech. You want to line him up at 5 tech. You want to line him up at 3 tech. You want to go 1 tech. You want to go 2I. You want to line him up anywhere. He can rush from anywhere. Now, one of the problems though is that he at times can be inconsistent, right? He is coming off, or he had an ACL injury as well. But again, we're gonna watch his rushing the passer, his pursuit backside, and we're just gonna break him down and just talk about him as a player. So let's get into it. Let's talk about Bryan Bresee. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, that subscribe button, and the notification bell. I do appreciate it. Let's get into it. All right, so the first play here is going to be Bryan Bresee. He's going to be rushing over. Well, really, the formation has him lined up almost in like a 3 tech position, right? So very quickly, when I say 3 tech, if you don't know what I'm talking about, right? The 3 tech is the defensive tackle that's lined up on the outside shoulder of the guard, whether that's the left guard or the right guard. That's how we determine what a 3 tech is, right? 3 techs are typically more athletic, more pass rusher type defensive tackles, right? And a lot of these plays we're going to watch is going to be playing like a 3 tech, or he's going to be playing like a 2I, where he's going to be on the inside shoulder, of the guard. So, but that's not what the video is about. We're not breaking down positions. We're breaking down players. I just wanted to give you a heads up because I'm going to say that a lot in this video. So he's going to be number 11 here, lined up with this guard. He's going to take an inside step to engage with this center. He's going to try to slim over, and he's going to do a rip move. So he really throws the kitchen sink at the center here. He takes his inside step here. He's going to immediately engage with the center. He tries to swim over. Center doesn't let him swim over. Center continues to keep hands on him, gets hands on his chest, tries to drive him out of the play. Bresee's going to do a great rip move here, right? And this is what you want to see when you're looking at pass rushers or defensive tackles. You want to see active hands. You want to, once I get hands on you, if I'm a center or I'm a guard or a tackle, I want to try to take your will. I want you to stop trying to rush. This guy doesn't. He's a very active player. He's going to get that rip move in. They're going to, everything's going to kind of crash down here. It's going to be a mess here, but he's still going to get a hit on the quarterback here and end up helping force the incompletion. So again, he's a very active rusher and very active with his hands, which is what you love to see. So this next play here is going to be Bresee here. Right now, he's lined up between the guard and the center. What's going to happen is he's going to shift. He's going to line up heads up with the guard, almost into, it's not really 1 tech or a 2 tech. He's kind of 2I almost, but he's not on the outside. He's not on the inside shoulder, but he's lined up with the guard. And so what he's going to do is he's actually going to stop this counter run, right? So what they're going to do is Georgia's going to get motion in the backfield, and they're going to hand the ball off, right? Now, Bresee's blocker is pulling, right, to get to the second level here and shut this off here to let the running back, to open up a lane for the back. But Bresee is so freaking athletic, bro, that he chases down this play backside. Like, he realizes, okay, they're pulling. He hawks the running back down, gets him for a tackle. It's like a 1-yard gain, right? This is a defensive tackle hawking a running back, right? This is what I mean when I say he's an athletic specimen. He's a freak. Sheds the block, hawks the running back down, gets the tackle. That's what he is. So he's not just the guy that can rush the passer. He can also chase backside and tackle you for a minimal gain or for a loss. It's because of his athleticism. Everybody can't do that, right? and this guy can, and you see it a lot on film. So this next play we're going to look at here is going to be he's going to be back at 3 tech here. So again, 3 tech here, the shoulder between the shoulder, between the guard and the tackle here. So we're gonna run this play here, and what we're gonna be looking for is we're gonna watch for another inside step. He's gonna rush up the field. He's gonna rip through the block, and he's gonna get pressure, much like the first play that we saw, right? So he's gonna rush here as they snap the ball. He's gonna immediately take an inside step to get up the field, right? So now he's completely split the center and the guard, right? So now the only thing stopping him from getting to the quarterback is the running back, right? So he's gonna completely just run through those, just kick the door in and just run through. Now the running back tries to bail for whatever reason. I guess the running back is scared because he's like, oh, I'm about to get ran over. So I don't know what the running back's doing here, but he completely moves. He gets out of the way, and that forces Bresee forces the quarterback to just throw a ball up, and it's incomplete because of Andrew Booth Jr. So this is what you're getting, as I keep saying. Like, don't look at the numbers, and the numbers sometimes can be they can look good or they can look bad, but you want to watch the tape, and that's why you all are here, right? So again, just this doesn't show up on the stat sheet, right? But just splitting a double team or splitting two blocks, immediately getting pressure and forcing the incompletion, you can play in the NFL doing that. Like that's a big time play. So this next play here, we're going to get, he's going to be down here again between the tackle and the guard, which is where he's been pretty much all video. So you're kind of getting an idea of where he is best at. And so what's going to happen here is he's going to move laterally down the line of scrimmage, and he's going to actually disengage from his block, which is a very underrated aspect of his game. He's going to disengage from his block and get the TFL. So we're going to run the play here for number 11. So they're going to snap the ball. They're going to, of course, hand the ball off. He is going to completely shed this block and wrap up this running back in the hole, right? Which is what you want to see. But we're going to watch him shed this block. We're going to go back. So first, he's going to, again, take another inside step here. And with that inside step, it's almost like like a crossover. So he completely gets the guard to bite, thinking that he's going to go inside, and he goes back outside. So now that guard is in a position where he almost has to decide, like, do I hook his arm and get called for holding, or like, what do I do? So you have the person pulling front side here to get contact here on this defender. If the guard gets this block, who knows what this run is, but because the guard is not fast enough or athletic enough to get the block, you get the contact front side with the pulling tight end, and now Bresee fills the gap to completely wrap up the running back, right? This is good defense by Clemson altogether, but it shows you just how athletic a guy like Bresee is, because Bresee, the guard made one mistake and the play was over, right? This is what happens when you deal with these defensive tackles who tend to be more athletic and faster. It's hard for you to recover when you take a false step. So he fills that gap. They pull front side, boom, contact there. Now Bresee has a shot at the running back, and he fills that gap, fills that hole, fills that lane, wraps him up, and it's a tackle for loss. This is a very good defensive tackle, and you can understand why some of the pundits have him ranked so highly, right? Again, sometimes you don't see this consistently on tape, but if you're an NFL team and you're betting on traits, outside of Jalen Carter, I don't know any better defensive tackles if you're a team that bets on traits. Because you see this supreme athleticism, the measurables are there. It's there on tape. He's a very good football player. And I'm, like I say with everybody, I'm excited to see what he measures at as far as pro day and combine as we get into next year, as we get into the the spring and things like that. But again, very good football player. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. I do appreciate it. Tell someone about the channel, as the channel is always growing. And as always, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Y'all take care.